In the beginning, there were the gods, majestic, eternal. Their voices shaped the world. Their wrath could shatter it. But not all bowed before them. Some mortals dared to rise, to question, to mock, to challenge, and for that, they were cursed. Not with death, but with something far worse. Shame that echoes through eternity. Hunger that cannot be fed. Stones that never rest. Grief that flows forever. Blood spilled by one's own blood. These are not just myths. They are warnings. This is the wrath of the gods. This is Mythos unveiled, Arachne, the weaver who challenged a goddess. In the land of Lydia, there lived a mortal girl named Arachne. Her hands wove wonders, tapestries so beautiful, the gods themselves would stop and stare. Yet when praised for her skill, she didn't thank the heavens. She smiled and said, "Even Athena cannot match me." Such pride doesn't go unnoticed on Olympus. One day, an old woman came to her door. "Be humble," she said. "Give the goddess her due." Arachne only laughed. "Let her come. I'll prove I'm better." The old woman's eyes glowed, and with a flash of light, she became Athena. A divine challenge was set. 2 looms, 2 hands, 1 truth. Athena wove scenes of glory, of gods in triumph. But Arachne, she wove the shame of Olympus, of Zeus's affairs, of divine cruelty, of the pain left behind. And it was flawless. Athena's fury split the air. She tore Arachne's tapestry to shreds, and Arachne, ashamed, ran to take her own life. But Athena wouldn't let her die. "You love weaving," the goddess whispered. "Then weave forever." Arachne's body twisted. Her fingers thinned. Her voice vanished, and where a proud girl once stood, now only a spider remained. Niobe, the queen who lost everything. Niobe was queen of Thebes, noble, wealthy, and mother of many. 14 children, some say. Others claim 12, but all agree she was proud of them. Too proud. She stood before the altars of the gods and scoffed. "Leto only bore 2, Artemis and Apollo. I have more. I am greater." The skies grew quiet. Leto said nothing. Her children didn't need words. One by one, Apollo's arrows found Niobe's sons. And Artemis turned her gaze to the daughters. Screams echoed through Thebes. Blood stained the earth. And Niobe, the proud mother, watched them all fall. She fled to the mountains carrying the last of her children, begging the gods for mercy. But mercy is not always granted. Alone, broken, she wept, and wept, and wept, until the gods turned her to stone, a statue forever mourning, and from its eyes to this day water flows. They say it's a spring, but the old ones know it is Niobe's grief. Sisyphus, the man who cheated death. Sisyphus was a king, clever, ambitious, and dangerously bold. He tricked travelers, betrayed secrets of the gods, and thought himself untouchable. But the gods were watching, so they sent death itself, Thanatos, to take him. But Sisyphus was ready. He welcomed Thanatos, then chained him in his palace. For days, no one died. Soldiers rose again from battlefields. The world tilted into madness. Eventually, Ares intervened, freeing death and dragging Sisyphus to the underworld. But the king wasn't done. He gave one final command to his wife: "Don't bury me, don't mourn me." And when he reached Hades, he pleaded, "Let me go back, just to set things right." He returned and never came back. The gods had been mocked. His punishment, a mountain, a stone, and no end. Each day he pushes it upward, and each time, just before the peak, the stone slips. For eternity he strives and fails, not in fire, but in futility. Tantalus, the banquet that damned a soul. Tantalus was favored by the gods, a mortal who sat at their table. ate their ambrosia, drank their nectar. But favor is not trust. He stole divine secrets. And worse, he served the gods a feast, made from the flesh of his own son, Pelops, a test, a mockery, a crime beyond forgiveness. The gods saw through the deception. Horrified, they restored the boy. But Tantalus would never taste joy again. His punishment was cruel and precise. He stands in a pool of water, clear and cold. Yet, when he bends to drink, the water slips away. Above him, branches hang heavy with fruit. But when he reaches, they recoil, surrounded by abundance, forever starving. His name lives on, in Tantalize, a reminder of cruel temptation, of what it means to hunger for what you can never have. Pentheus, torn apart by his own blood. Pentheus, king of Thebes, valued order, discipline, control. So when a strange new god, Dionysus, arrived with wine, wildness, and women dancing in the hills, he called it madness, a threat. There is no such god, he declared, only lies. But Dionysus had already entered his city, disguised, watching. Pentheus mocked him, arrested him, laughed, but no chains can hold a god. Dionysus let himself be caught, just to watch what would follow. He whispered into Pentheus's mind, "Go, see for yourself, wear a dress, hide among the Bacchae." So the king went, disguised, obsessed, curious. In the forest, he watched the frenzied women dance, but they saw him too. They didn't see a man. They saw a beast, a threat. The first to strike was his mother, Agave. Maddened by Dionysus's spell, she ripped him apart with her bare hands. Only when it was over did she realize what she held. Her son's head, still warm in her hands. The gods no longer walk among us, but their silence is not peace. It is the weight of stories, unfinished, of punishments, still echoing. 5 mortals, 1 thread of defiance, each broken, each remembered, not as heroes, but as warnings. The tapestry of myth is endless. Its threads are blood, stone, and shadow. And those who dare pull them may find the gods are not done watching. If you've heard their voice tonight, if their stories stirred something ancient in you, then return. Subscribe to Mythos Unveiled. Step back into the myth. This is not the end, only the next beginning.